Hey,
Hey,
Brilliant. That's it. That's the whole podcast.
say hey. Say hey,
I'm
love.
I'm
Hey.
Mr.
Okay. No, we're starting like that. Don't introduce yourself at all. Just say hey, and then we start talking.
Hey, I'm Mr. Krakowski.
No, that's not what I said, Dylan. Literally just
Okay.
go, hey.
Hey, I'm Dylan.
No, you don't actually... Dylan, there was one point. I had one
say
thing
your
for you to
name.
do, and that
You
was to
said it
not
3
introduce
times.
yourself. And you
Hey,
just
um,
keep
You said don't
No,
say your
this
name.
is-
stop.
I'm
One
Dylan. That's
word.
James, and that's Lav. Okay, we're done. We're in. Okay, let's go.
What's your first point, Dill? Go on. You're leading this rodeo.
I'm leading. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, E3.
First of all, what does E3 stand for, Dill?
It stands for
What does it
Expo
say?
Free.
I was going to say
It's-
XXX, but it do be like that.
anyone actually
I'm
know
actually
what
sure
E3
it's
stands
called
for?
Expo Free.
Well, no, because it would be something Expo, right?
It-
It
no,
can't just
it's
be
like-
the Expo.
What does
Eternal
E3?
Expo.
We're doing some field research at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. Good shot. This is why when
The
you have
electronic
this-
entertainment is actually free ease. Oh, I knew it had expos in it.
Yeah, but it's not XXX, is it?
Ooh,
Eggs?
I love eggs. Okay. I was already going to go off topic. Do we want to continue V3?
Well, I don't mind. I really don't care.
Okay, so everywhere around where we live, or actually I will not say, there's these spray paints. And it just says I love eggs. But they're everywhere. Literally everywhere. No matter where you go, it's just bridges, old houses, old council estates, just I love eggs. But they're all like perfect. They're always perfect to each other. So there must be like a team of spray painters going around with stencils of I love eggs, just tagging these up everywhere, all across the place that we live. And I just don't know. They've been there for like a
went
month.
from E3 to a graffiti of I love eggs.
Yeah. Anyway, back to E3. Sorry, that was
What do
just
you
a
think they
tangent.
mean by I love eggs?
Well,
Do you know? I think I know who did it.
who?
Do
It was
you
E3.
remember with the Oscast and they've got that Becky who would just randomly say eggs?
Yeah, do you think she's tagging?
There's too many
I think
members
she's
of the
tagging.
Oxcast now, I don't know.
No, as in the charity for special effects.
What do you mean there's too many members of the Oxcast? There's 2 members of the Oxcast and that's it.
Yeah, that is it. They're all the rest
Lewis
of them.
and Simon. The rest of them all guests
The rest
that
of
are
them
allowed
just
to
their
stay.
imagination.
They're allowed to stay in their sphere, like around them, by Lewis's grace.
Anyway, E3. You've
Okay, I don't want to do this.
What was your favourite
Matt
part
Mercer's
of
here.
E3?
First of all, I didn't watch it all.
No,
Well, which
it
bits
doesn't.
did you watch?
Okay, so I watched a bit of the Ubisoft Expo, which was meh. The best bit I saw at the Ubisoft Expo was the guitar thing. I don't even play guitar.
What was
The Guitar Smith looked really good for some reason.
Yeah, that did look good. It was like
I don't
Guitar
even like
Hero.
guitar. No, it wasn't Guitar Hero. It's a thing to actually teach you how to play guitar. But like the whole premium setup of that, I'm like, this is some good content.
What was
I don't like guitar.
apart from the guitar thing, which is obviously good. Well, obviously the best
What
thing
else?
Ubisoft has.
There was the overpriced $90 Siege ripoff.
What, the DLC?
It's
not
a
like
standalone DLC, but it's 90 quid.
90 quid?
If I remember correctly, that's the Ultimate Edition. I think like the regular edition,
I
they're
believe
not
you're
pre-ordering
missing out
for.
on Just Dance.
Oh, Just Dance? I wanted RuPaul.
RuPaul's
What?
Just Dance?
Okay, no. Okay, so an actual person came out, and I thought they were RuPaul.
Todrick Hall. I watched it.
I liked them. The 5 minutes I saw of them.
Transphobic, so do not like them. Next.
Are they?
Take that
Yeah.
comment back. We'll remove it in post.
Well, it's the exact same as RuPaul,
Is
isn't it?
redacted. Yeah, that's also true,
Is
actually.
RuPaul
So,
transphobic?
he's got a lot of problematic things going on.
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
But even then, I wanted them to bring out RuPaul. I don't know why.
your girlfriend watches Drag Race, and that means you
That
are
means
gay.
I watch.
Have you ever? Yeah, have you watched
Oh.
it?
Yeah, I enjoy
Yes.
Drag Race.
What? Like,
Now, if you
What
know I
with me?
enjoy
You
RuPaul.
haven't?
Yeah, I do. I watch it with you all the time.
You've watched it once with me.
Right,
Right, we're turning this into an argument. Welcome to the argument podcast, where
No. I watch it all the time with you. I love watching RuPaul with you. It
this
sounds
is a
so
proper
fake.
this is a gaslight conversation going
I
on.
love watching RuPaul with you.
He's got Stockholm syndrome.
But yeah,
Anyway.
there was Just Dance. That looked good. Also, they had a whole competition thing for Just Dance. We can get into the guy's music video. The rest of Ubisoft stuff? I don't know. I wanted to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla for the first time because I found out a load of stuff I never knew about the game. There was that. But then there was another expo. Which one? So that German company.
which one? What
The one
games
we
did
all
they-
watched. My first stream.
It was. I cannot remember.
They
the
changed
name
their
of
name. That
it. Yeah, they did change
that
it.
expo
I cannot
as
remember
well.
what it was.
They actually changed it during the expo, and I'm like, oh,
With-
okay.
with
I
Deborah.
don't know you before. Yeah, Deborah. Deborah was
fine.
fucking annoying.
Deborah was annoying. I can't remember it. You're gonna have to.
Let me
say.
have a look at the expo name. But there was actually a really good game in that, but most of it was dog shit as well.
Oh, that was the
There was
You
this
are
under the
Soviet-
dome. Under the dome
That's
was encased. Really amazing game. Looked beautiful.
James.
It was
You'd
an
like
old
it.
school RPG.
Yeah, I didn't watch that
Did
one.
like the
so
old
I'm gonna have to-
Fallouts, but they had like an old Soviet-esque recruitment poster where humanity found this dome while trying to map out the last areas of the world in the early 60s. And
a
instead of going
dome.
to space, they found this dome in the desert. And whoever they send in, they can't get out. It's like an SCP kind of thing. So they just have this huge situation where they're trying to work out what's inside the dome, and you're sent inside under the prospects of this company, or as a criminal. Really good. Looked amazing.
So the story is just there's a scary dome, and they send you inside the scary dome.
Yeah.
Because if so, I love it already. This
Yeah,
sounds like
I
a
know.
great game.
Well,
Speaking
did
of,
you ever
like-
want anything more?
Speaking of bad E3 expos and stuff, did anyone watch the Nintendo one?
Oh, do not
you.
bring bad and that Nintendo Direct into the same sentence just because they didn't have Animal Crossing.
I wanted something to do with Animal Crossing, and I know.
Well, you
And
know
then
we're an
have
Animal
it.
Crossing
Everything
podcast.
in the Direct there's an Animal Crossing thing.
And also, who even knows the new Smash character? I don't even play Smash, and I was angry because
It
everyone
was,
the
in
new
chat
it's
was
the
Smash
like,
character.
Tekken guy, but I don't
Oh, it
know.
is. I forgot. After everyone told me.
they've added
the
a
Tekken guy,
fighting
which is annoying.
game character to a fighting
Again.
game.
Oh shit. Revolutionary. Yeah, but they've got a new WarioWare, so we're good.
Oh, I am
What?
excited. I'm excited for
There's a
WarioWare.
New multiplayer WarioWare.
Is it like
I like
online
this already.
multiplayer?
It's it's either local or online, and I can't remember because it's late.
Yeah, it's on the Switch, so it's probably online. But I'm
Yeah.
also looking forward. Well, it's out now. The
Mario
Mario
Golf.
Golf.
Yeah,
Super
so
Rush
am
or
I.
something.
I don't know
Because-
anything about this.
Okay, did you ever play Wii Sports? Dylan?
Yes, I did. I love
you
Wii
know
Sports.
you know the golf in Wii Sports.
Yeah.
It's like that, but imagine every
You're
time you
against
hit the ball, you have to sprint to where it lands, and you have to like race everyone else.
And so
you all play at the same time,
and
you
you
get to
can
like,
punch people.
yeah, you just get to beat each other up.
This is
while
this is
trying to
the,
run.
this is the best game ever.
Yeah.
It's the
Can you
new
imagine us
Mario
playing it?
Kart.
Yeah. It's like Mario Party Rage, you know?
Is that what it's called? Mario Kart?
That is a thing, well done.
That's a
It is actually
racing
called
game
Mario Kart.
that has
Okay.
nothing to do with golf.
But it's like that, but with no karts.
It's like that, but
And
they're
golf
not
balls.
racing
Mario Run.
in cars. They're playing golf, yeah.
Are you playing Mario Run? Is that what you're
Yeah.
trying to say?
Tiger
That's
Woods.
the thing, isn't it?
How many
Tiger
different
Woods
Mario
Run.
games are there? Because there's like
Oh.
Mario everything.
Well, don't forget
Mario-
Mario at the Olympic Games with Sonic.
Mario
Sonic.
does their ABCs, you know? Like,
There are
Mario
quite a lot of
actually
Sonic
becomes a
games.
plumber.
There's like
Mario-
as many Sonic games as there are Mario games.
Mario
Yeah.
commits tax evasion.
I'm surprised there isn't a Mario game about him just being milked like the franchise is a part of.
He's like a cow.
Yeah, like a cow.
I
Just
think they
gets his
can't
others
do
out.
that because of like age ratings and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a little bit
Mario
sexual.
cow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a game
Well,
about
they made
milking
him a
Mario
Mario
might not be
troll.
the best idea Nintendo has ever had.
But you know what? Now Reggie's gone.
I didn't really think about
Fuck
that.
it.
No,
Right.
Reggie's gone. Who's Reggie?
Speaking of E3, actually,
Oh,
Yeah,
with I think Square Enix had a talk, and I was so excited because Matt Mercer was voicing it, and I was like, brilliant! This is a great way to
is
start.
that the D&D man?
It's
Yes.
the D&D man, yes, not Henry, whatever the fuck. No, Harry, as Bill
Harry?
called him the other
I
day.
called him Harry the other day.
It just went, yeah, Harry. And I'm like, who?
You know,
Do you mean
Brennan
Matt
and
Mercer?
Harry.
Brennan and Harry. Yeah, I was so excited. There was nothing. There was literally the new Life is Strange game, and that was it.
Lovely.
Like,
I've kind of not gone off Life is Strange, but I brought the second game,
yeah,
but
And it just wasn't strange enough.
I just haven't
it needs
finished
to be
it.
more strange, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Too
even
much
buy the
life.
second game. I got stuck on Before the Storm. I just haven't played it.
Yeah, I like the original one Before the Storm, and I think that's why I couldn't finish the second one.
Yeah,
It's because I was like, well, these aren't the characters I like, so I don't care.
exactly. Because you built such big character. I did like the little DLC one they had, the Captain Spirit one, or whatever that was called.
Yeah, that was good because it was like
That's
short
because
enough to be
short,
interesting.
yeah.
I thought,
But changing all the characters would be like a Halo game without Halo.
Right, you don't have to every gaming conversation
speaking
bring
of
up
Halo,
There we
Oh.
go.
did
That's
you
the
guys
segue.
see? Good segue. Did you guys? Well, Lav, I know Dylan saw it after I annoyed him about it for several weeks.
Till.
Lav, have you
It
watched
was
the
amazing.
Halo trailer?
I missed it. It's the one I missed. I've got to be honest, but not on purpose.
You sure?
I am sure. There was.
I was the only one that watched it.
Yeah, you
one
were.
else had, like,
Do you know
watched
why
it.
I didn't watch it? Because I was
Why?
working.
Okay, we don't need to bring the W word into
I
this
was doing
podcast.
Weird
money
flags.
earnings.
Two of us work now, you know? Like,
Yeah,
Look, we're busy talking about video games, Dylan, so don't like flex.
I'm
that you
sorry.
have
I'll
Yeah,
get back in the
don't
corner.
flex your money that you now can spend on video games.
Yeah,
Well, you don't need
Yeah.
to because the Halo Infinite multiplayer is free. So,
literally,
gonna
I'm
use
gonna
that
buy all
money
the
for now?
DLCs.
oh yeah, well the cosmetic packs.
So
It's gonna be like EU4.
the last podcast we talked about E3 because that just happened.
Yep, and
And
it's just happened again.
yeah,
Wait, is
and
this like
we
the
talked about
year
Halo for
anniversary?
ages. It's
Oh,
not. It was
Oh.
February we released it, which is a bit weird how E3 just. I don't know if it just happened, but we talked about it for some
Well,
reason.
maybe we're
Yeah.
not tied to earthly timing. We're tied to E3 commencing.
We do
Oh, and
one
now
podcast every
vaccines
year.
aren't real.
Every
We
2
only-
years, actually. When there's
Yeah.
E3, we make a podcast and then we leave.
Wait. I thought there was an E3 every year.
No, there is, but we
Last
only make
year.
it every 2 years.
It wasn't last year because of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour that's gone on.
Oh, that's why we
Yeah.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
We were all very busy being back in the streets.
We were actually the Backstreet Boys.
We are the Backstreet Boys.
We are
This
not
is
the
our-
Backstreet Boys.
all me, James, and
We-
Lav.
We are the.
We are the
NSYNC.
boys
We
of
are
the
the boys.
Backstreets.
of the streets. We're
At
back.
the back.
Anything else
Halo.
about E3 you want to talk about? Okay. Right.
Anyway,
Right.
I talked very in depthly about Halo last E3,
Yeah, so
and
you're
I
gonna
was
do it
I
again.
was a little bit upset really after really thinking about it. But the complete graphical difference between previous E3 and this one, the actual the showing of multiplayer and how fucking malleable it looks.
For context, last E3 Halo, they did like a little trailer thing. And
Yeah.
basically the graphics were just terrible.
Oh.
For a
We saw a
game
little
they've
bit of
been working on
gameplay.
for years.
But there is a stark difference in the upgrade from previous E3 to this E3. Like usual E3s, you go down in graphics because you show off what your engine can do, and you show what we actually want to sell to the customers. Because it's better that your Xbox doesn't blow up in your front of them. But Microsoft doesn't care about that anymore. we're now trying to set fires in front rooms. There was a stark difference between the previous graphics from last E3 and this graphics. There's a huge upgrade to the minutiae of details.
That word?
And
Lav, can you check if that's a word? Dylan, you can carry on.
But I will.
I don't even know what you said. Minutiae. That's not a thing.
yeah, it's fine.
Did you just make that up? It doesn't even sound like anything. Like,
Minutia is the United Nations multidimensional integrated stabilization missile in Central African Republic.
wait,
Multidimensional.
Hang on.
You say?
Multidimensional is
Can we
actually
focus
it.
on that?
Yeah,
They
multidimensional
have.
in Central America.
Wait,
No,
no.
Central Africa.
What? Why do they have a multi-dimensional missile in Central
They've been-
Africa? Did the French go that hard
Missile.
when they went in?
Was it a
United
missile?
Nations multidimensional integrated stabilization mission in Central African Republic.
Why are we stabilizing the dimensional rift in the CAR?
Yeah, so while we're arguing about video games, in Africa they're stabilizing the multiverse.
They are the Marvel
It's
of
all
this
for the
world.
it's for the new Halo game. If we
Did Serbia
stabilise
and
the
Rhodesia
multiverse-
really? No, that wasn't the two.
Hang on, yeah, what?
It was Bosnia
watching
and
Halo
Rwanda, not Serbia and Rhodesia. Did they really hit the UN that hard that they got to stabilize a dimension in the Central African Republic? Is that what point we've reached?
Part of the deal.
Do you think it's funded by Biden? He just signed off on a fictional
Interdimensional
book.
stabilizer.
You read a book and he's like, it's like Harris, the dimensions.
So anyway, the
Africa.
Halo multiplayer this year.
It was
this
beautiful.
year- this year's E3.
The colors, the movement, the fucking sandbox. It's gonna change.
What does that mean? What did you mean by that?
Box has changed.
It's just
Wasn't coherent.
It's the first-
That was just like a... It's the same
the
as
first.
minutiable.
It's the first time I've seen a huge change and shift in the Halo format that's still stayed to the Halo formula. Like, look at Halo 5. Completely fucking desecrated on the golden formula.
Sorry to interrupt, Dylan.
Yeah.
What was the rule before we started the podcast?
We don't say desecrated.
We don't eat.
I've been eating the whole time. Like, there was a cake here before. Right, look at
We're
this.
ending this.
Cake's gone. Nonetheless, let's move on topics. We spent too much time on this.
You
What,
were
on Halo
eating
or
the
just
entire
E3
time.
in general? James is upset with you, mate.
I'm sorry, James. Anyway,
I asked you to do one thing.
you asked
Don't
me to
get
do
out a
two
Pepsi
things.
bottle. Don't get out a Pepsi bottle. Okay, for
Sorry,
our
James.
listeners, Dylan is currently being an ass.
He
Ass.
is a donkey.
Ass.
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 Oh.
Anyway, Matt, is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Is there anything I want to talk about?
Yes, it's the
I can give a
designated lab
recommendation if
section.
you like. Hello. It's
Yeah?
Hi, Lav. You need to watch Fantasy High. I'm staring at you in the camera, Dill.
Would you like to describe what Fantasy
I
High
would
is?
love to describe it. I
Why-
could go
why-
on about
I've
it for
never
ages.
heard of Fantasy High, so
That's-
So,
that's-
do
do
tell.
you like D&D?
Yes.
This is audience participation.
Yes.
Do you like? Yeah, cool. It's a D&D campaign, all on YouTube, with one of my favourite DMs ever, called Brennan, and it's Fantasy High's whole shtick is that it's a D&D campaign set like a John Hughes film, like The Breakfast Club or something, all set in a school. And it's really bloody good. It's like, I cannot recommend it enough. There's 6 different characters. All of
Yeah.
them are kind of D&D stereotypes. So there's like the rogue, who's really sneaky, but he's like a detective in it. There's like the barbarian, who's the quiet kid. There's the wizard, who's like the academic kid. there's I'm trying to think of all my classes. The bard, who's like the emo chick.
That's pretty out.
Yeah. And then there's the religious kid, who paladin. If they're religious, paladin. But she finds out she's gay, which every religious kid has done, including myself.
Well, isn't that the point of Catholic school?
Yeah, it's going, you gay?
This isn't Catholic school anymore.
Yes, true. And the jock, which I can't think what his class is right now. It's really bugging me. That's what I've been trying to think of this whole time. Yeah, he's like a barb, but I don't know if he is or not. A fighter, maybe, just a normal fighter.
It's kind of generic.
Yeah, just generic Sam kind of levels of D&D. But yeah, honestly, it's one of my favourite D&D series. It's all on YouTube, and it's literally just all set in the modern world, but as a John Hughes story. So, kids have gone missing, so they're trying to find out why they've gone missing, and then it's all related to the devil and stuff. And
oh god, okay. Don't try not to.
And where can you?
That's not a spoiler. That's the easiest way to put it. If you get what I mean, it's not actually that, but
that was kind of out of left field. You're at school, your friends, you find out
you
the devil's there,
and then the devil's there, and you're like, oh, hello, mate,
I did go to school with David, remember, James?
Oh yeah, it's true. But yeah, it's honestly one of my favourite, D&D things ever. It got me through lockdown. I've got to be honest.
Is it one of those series that has 100 episodes?
No, there's.
How long is it? Because I don't think
10 episodes.
Okay, I can watch that.
10, 12 episodes, all about an hour long.
And the reason why Lav is talking about this is because she's been wanting me to watch it for the last few months.
I'll watch it then.
Oh, yes.
If we're recommending stuff, can I recommend a game?
Of
Dylan,
course.
you won't like this. It's more of a story game. It's It's a top-down RPG game.
Alright.
But it's also a psychological horror.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like horrors.
Yeah, but it's a good one. It's not a jump scary one.
Oh, so it's not scary.
It's just I can't believe this is happening. This is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Then you cry. But it's called Amori. I'm not sure if anyone's heard of it. You've probably seen me just playing it on Steam constantly.
All I see is
I brought it a few days ago. Yeah. I brought it a few days ago, and I've just played the entire thing, just constantly. And it's about, if you rush through it, it'll take about 20 hours.
Oh god.
To complete.
Pretty sure. Reminds me of the Titanfall 2 campaign.
That's one route. It's one of those games where you can choose multiple routes.
The
and
butterfly
stuff.
effect, James.
Yeah, it's Life is Strange. Whoa.
It's or Until Dawn. Ooh.
I want to play that, but I know everything that happens in it, so it kind of ruins the point. It's the same with Detroit Become Human. I was
Should we
that's insane.
Play it as a group?
I always thought Until Dawn was just about 5 people running away from a big scary dude and hiding.
No.
Okay, we can play
It's
it with
not-
Dylan, and then Dylan.
It's not about
No deal.
was it then?
And we can play it with Leon.
Play it, Leon. I guess.
Leon is.
Last time I
cool
played
man.
anything vaguely scary with him, it was Outlast, and he squealed like a pig at 3 a.m.
And you know what? He does that even without a scary game.
Yeah.
I think
He would
that's
be like a pig at 3 a.m.
Talking about coffee.
That's the one reason I can play horror games now, because I never could even touch a remote or a keyboard and play it at all. It just freaked me out. But me, Leon, and Sam were playing Outlast, and we got to a point in the game where some guy's chasing you, and we just couldn't get through it. We just kept dying, and it would freak them both out each time, to the point where I had to take the remote just to finish the level.
It was your moment, James.
Yeah, it was my character development moment.
It was your big boy put on your big boy
Yeah.
pants moment.
It's the one achievement I have in life is I completed
Is it on your
Outlast.
CV?
Yeah, it is. Weirdly, I haven't had any interviews yet.
Yeah, I
but
was about to say. I wonder why you haven't had any interviews.
I think they're just waiting.
Just waiting for the right moment, James.
I
You just
know.
need to
waiting
out your
for,
cocoon.
Who's the one that does Outlast? I can't remember now. But
fly away, James.
Dylan, the things you say scare me. But yeah, Outlast is a good game. as well, by the way. If you
Yeah,
haven't played that, you should
Cutlery.
play that.
I want to know about it.
Okay, here's something actually.
Yeah.
You guys might like. It's a video I watched the other day called All Tomorrows by a channel called Alt Shift. It's about a book, but the video is about an hour long, but it's amazing what's actually this book's about. It's all about an anthropologist trying to talk about a possible future, but it goes in like millions of years.
Yeah, it's a video about a book.
Yes, because it's quite like a obscure PDF from years ago on the internet.
Oh right, okay.
By an anthropologist, and he actually does a podcast of the anthropologist after, I believe. But it's all about human civilization going forwards, and basically what happens is every 100 million years or so, we just kind of get split up into tons of subspecies, and then nearly completely wiped out.
Well, isn't that like the biggest concern they have for like big space travel? Is that if we're all like split onto different planets, we're gonna just evolve differently?
So basically, do you want me to tell you kind of what happens vaguely at the beginning? And you guys can go watch it if you want, or just want me to tell you all of it.
A really brief summary,
so
because my brain
humans develop kind of a unified world. We colonize Mars, and there's a big nuclear war between Earth and Mars. And the people who come out of it, called the Star People, kind of unify into this one new entity. And they look to colonize the rest of space. So we kind of become this new civilization called the Star People. And humans are somewhat evolved from the previous point. They don't look the same as before, because they're trying to make themselves better for space travel. They send out all these sleeper colony ships, and a huge human-spanning empire is basically built. And we hit in this huge golden age of prosperity until these people called the Q arrive. And the Q basically wipe out all of humanity. And their whole thing is they should force evolution to then create a perfect universe. So they basically change every human going into what they want.
And all these...
Yeah.
Are they like different humans, or are they like aliens?
They were aliens.
Oh, okay.
They're like locusts. They came along, they ruled over, they created tons of subservient, not really sentient human species, then left. As kind of what happens after. Because in the end, every single kind of human, and in the end, all humanity dies. That's already known from the beginning. So this is kind of a story told by another species about the entirety of the history of humanity, and what happened, how we changed, what we became into, and then what we did after we went multi-galaxy and then died. It's really morbid, really dark.
Yeah, I'm depressed just listening.
But it's really interesting because I got really up. I just couldn't listen to it halfway through. Then we went back to space, and I'm like, oh yay! Then we died again, and like, oh.
So
that's All Tomorrows.
It's a video about
a book.
It explains nearly everything that happens in the book.
So it's like a video essay about the book.
Yes.
Yes.
And the history of All Tomorrows.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really good though. It's fucking depressing.
I'll recommend one more thing, and then, hey, I'm a mentally ill teenager. You should listen or watch Inside by Bo Burnham. That's the pitch.
Oh, I watched that the other day.
Did you watch it in the end?
Yeah.
How mentally ill are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 from it?
Quite.
Yes.
I don't do numbers. I thought it was good. I prefer comedy, or his previous specials, because I don't really watch a comedian to become depressed. But for what he made, which was
lockdown.
Yeah, for what he made, and it was on. I think he made it like largely on his own. I know he had like a small team help him with like mixing and stuff.
It was just the editing, I think, really.
But apart
everything
from
else
that, he did it himself.
On his own. Yeah.
And I thought it was like really well made, but it's not something I could rewatch, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, I can't rewatch it. I can re-listen to the songs,
Which
But
is
again,
your
I'm not
favourite
very
song?
good at rewatching anyway. But
What's your favourite song?
there's so many to choose from.
No, it has to be Welcome to the Internet. You can't.
That's the line that every person
But the
who
thing
doesn't know
is-
something says.
Well, the thing is that I like a lot of them. Welcome to the Internet I do like, but again, I heard it before going into it. I like the ones that I wasn't expecting, and I've gone, oh my
Is it
god.
Welcome to YouTube?
It's literally, you need to listen to it, Dill, because that is pretty much what it all is about.
Yeah. I think the songs are well made because, like...
He's always been good at it.
Yeah. He's always been good at, like, wordplay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Of, like, hiding meanings in songs. And before he's used it for comedy purposes, it's like, haha. But now it's more like... teaching a lesson about how bad the internet is for, like, the younger generation and stuff.
Yeah. I like shit because I related to it too hard.
You like shit?
Yeah. Take that out of context. I like the song shit.
Can we just cut that one bit?
Yeah,
No!
that's the entire
Just,
podcast.
Wait, why is that the whole...
I
Lav
like
says
shit.
She likes shit.
That's going in the quotes channel. Yeah, I like that one.
I liked What the World Is About. Oh, I don't know what it's called. The one with the sock puppet.
With the puppet
Yeah.
that he then says in a very angry voice, and I'm like, I should not feel like this, you know?
I have to admit, I only ever heard Welcome to YouTube.
It's not called that.
Welcome to the Internet.
No, the first one's called Welcome to YouTube.
No.
One he did 12 years ago in 2008.
Oh, bloody hell, you're going way back.
See, he's like he's
He's
true
an
fan.
OG stan, you know?
I'm not a fan. You know that thing in 2008 that he did that
You
got
would've been
11 million
7 when
views
that
compared
came.
to his other stuff?
So we would have been 7 when
Stop
that came out.
eating.
Nom, nom, nom.
This is why you shouldn't be on camera, mate. Like,
You're not recording the camera though, are you?
No, but
are
I
now.
have to sit here and watch you just shovel
Like-
cake into your mouth.
for example, when I was talking about Fantasy High and I just saw
Yeah.
you mute, and I was trying so hard to say something and I just couldn't because I was just like reading your lips.
No,
I was trying so hard.
That's why I muted, so you can go to talk naturally.
Yeah, but you couldn't talk naturally because I was watching you the whole time.
I have a very
I could-
important question.
Okay.
Yes.
When you eat cake and you open the cutlery drawer,
Yeah.
and you go to choose your piece of cutlery to eat the cake with,
Yep.
do you, 1, reach for the fork, or do you, 2, reach for the spoon?
More important question, James.
Yeah.
Do you go for 1, the long fork, or 2, the little fork?
Oh no, you do not. You don't eat cake with the little fork. Okay.
I eat cake with the little fork.
No. You're a
Are we
menace.
all people? Because I use a fork.
What do you use,
A
James?
spoon. I like a spoon. 'Cause
What
you can
man
shovel-
eats cake with a spoon?
Because it lets you have
No.
more on it. A fork is
No.
just for like
Yeah.
piercing the cake.
Yeah, you have to pierce the cake to pick up the
Yeah, but
cake.
you
It's
can
not.
slice the cake
ice
with a
cream.
spoon and scoop.
You can slice cake with a fork.
Yeah, but like the crumbs will fall like through the fork.
That's what your
You're
hands are
losing
for. You
cake
go.
batter.
You just
You
kind of.
lose the cake
You
batter.
kind of grip it at the end. That's what I'm doing now. I'm just
With
kinda
your
like-
hands.
just gripping cake.
Well, no, because that defeats the point of having cutlery. Because then you're
Well,
just
no.
eating with your hands.
No, the cutlery is to ensure the most amount of cake gets into my mouth before
Well,
I
then you
start
could
using
just
my fingers.
Pick it up with your hand, like.
Wait,
the
so you're gonna
entire
use-
cake.
You're gonna use a kind of cupped piece of cutlery
Yeah,
to
like
pick
a
stuff
spoon.
up off a flat surface. You're makes no sense.
I'd like to talk about
Hang on,
a
how is a fork different? No, Lav. This is serious, okay?
You're using a
Lav, what's your
shoveling
defense?
piece of cutlery.
Lav, what is your defense for this sin?
My defense is my stepdad has always done it, has always told me to do it, so that is naturally how I do it. When
That's
I was
pretty
younger,
dark,
it
Well,
was
man.
he's
a
wrong as
spoon.
well.
When I was younger, I'd use a spoon, and I still do
Yeah.
use spoons.
See, your untainted
still-
mind would use
Yeah.
the correct utensil, which is the spoon.
Yeah,
But now you have been brainwashed by the
Well,
fork
we knew
users.
that. we knew that by the Catholic upbringing
James.
that I had.
The little fork is superior to any piece of
only
cutlery you chuck at me.
psychopaths use the little fork.
It's okay.
You
Here's
use the
something
little
worse.
fork for like
I
cutting
eat
up
spaghetti
dog food.
bolognese
Don't say it.
with a knife and a fork.
Oh no, that's fine.
What?
Oh no, that's not fine. A
No,
knife
that's
shouldn't be
fine.
involved. A knife
No,
shouldn't
that's
be involved.
fine. Well, you need to cut
No.
the noodles because they can be too long.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
A spoon can be.
And also,
added
it's
as an
also to kind of
accessory
like
to
scoop
use to
towards
twirl.
the knife. How are you gonna scoop with a fork? Not with a fork.
With a spoon.
With a spoon.
You mean
How are you
the
gonna
one thing a
scoop with a
spoon was made
spoon?
for?
No.
The one
A
job
spoon
of
was
a
made to
spoon
eat
is to
soup.
scoop. Yeah, and how do you pick up the soup? You scoop.
Knife.
No, you dip
Knife?
and elevate.
No.
Does anyone
Use a
here
knife to
eat soup with a knife? Do you eat soup
I've
or do
done
you
it.
drink soup?
It depends. What stage are we on?
What stage
Stage?
are we on?
Does the soup evolve? Is it like a
Of a-
Pokemon?
It's like a
What's your
WikiHow
starters?
article. We're on stage 5.
Oh
How to
no!
make soup.
Is it cold yet? Is the soup
Does
cold?
it freeze?
Soup gets colder.
Yeah, but it doesn't solidify.
It starts to have ice cubes in it.
Yeah, you
See,
do
I
put
have-
your
there's a
soup
fly
in the
around
fridge. There is. Because you stink.
Yeah, it's true. While we're on this, a user on our YouTube comments said about toilet paper etiquette.
Oh yeah,
So-
toilet paper orientation. This is a very important
Yes.
part.
So I'm guessing I didn't look at the article that they supplied. 'Cause I'm really good. But what way do you put your toilet paper? Number one, do you put it so the end of it is towards you or not towards you?
See,
I can't really
as
show
I'm
it.
not a psychopath, it's towards me
Yeah, you don't wait.
because I
You're
don't want to
about,
go
like-
underneath the toilet paper to pull from the
Yeah,
other
and then
side.
you're just like dragging it against the wall as you like. If it's
Yes,
against
what I
the
love
wall,
on
you're
my
just, like, smearing it.
what I love on my
bathroom
bare
wall.
arse,
Yeah.
wallpaper crust.
Hmm.
That's what I've always wanted.
Adds
Number
extra
2.
texture. Yeah, number 2.
Exactly. It will be about number 2s.
Do you scoop or
Wait,
wipe?
Ooh,
Do you scrunch or do you fold?
fold.
Scrunch.
You know. Get out. I can't work with
Do you know how much
anymore.
I use so much toilet paper?
I know.
It's insane.
Why
I
do
like.
you waste it? You don't even get like. If you fold, you get like the most
No,
efficient amount of
Like
surface
I have
area
the bit
against.
that I scrunch, and I have another bit I put on top to protect the fingers,
You-
and another bit that's folded on top. So it's kind of like
Whoa.
it's like an armored tank.
How many? Okay, per
It's
wipe.
just going
How many squares of toilet paper do you use?
around 15
Oh my god.
per wipe. I'm a sort of
You
person that
could
has to have
save,
toilet
like-
paper to shit as well.
What do you mean?
I
If there's
can't.
not toilet paper in the house, he will not poo.
I know. I won't.
How else
And
do
if
you
and if
put-
there's no toilet, I can't do either. In Mongolia, there was a hole. It's a big
Oh, I
hole.
can't- yeah, I
A person could fall down this hole. It
I
was
can't
like
do that.
5 meters deep into like another 5 meters of shit. It's like their 2 month supply, and they wait till it gets to the top, dig on top, move the shed.
Well,
But I
that's
had this for 4
understandable,
days,
'cause you need,
and I really needed to shit.
yeah, you need
My
the
God,
security.
I
don't
was on the
you?
brink of mass constipation in this car. I was
Okay,
like,
okay,
I need to
stop.
shit, man. When I got back to this family's house, and I was so
Just what a random family's house. You're just like,
I
need to
was on the
shit.
toilet for an hour, and
An
like I
hour?
blocked the toilet twice.
Oh god.
You're admitting this on your YouTube channel. That's
Yeah, they
fine,
know
right?
it. They know it happened.
Okay.
So, while we're on that subject as well, actually, can you imagine?
They had no window.
So me and Dill went to Borneo. We also had drop toilets there. Can you imagine, as a female, trying to piss in a drop toilet when we've got no way to aim it?
Kind of funny.
No,
Thank you
Okay.
for coming to my TED talk.
I can't
Wait,
imagine that at all.
can we no? Don't try and change the subject, Dylan.
Where were
Mr.
we?
Mr. I scrunch and then fold
Pennies.
anyway and place it above to protect the finger. Right. Okay. Would you guys ever use a bidet?
What's a bidet? Oh no.
No.
You're
Right,
talking
well,
about what I think you're talking about.
yeah, they have it in like European countries
You
normally.
mean the
I've used a
squirty?
bidet
Yeah.
before.
The squirty.
I have
Yeah.
been convinced.
What savage uses a squirty?
No,
It's like using a hole.
Think about it. You don't need. If you use
Squirty in a
toilet
hole.
paper, if you use toilet paper, like if you get dirt on your hand, how do you wash it off?
Water.
Yeah, you stick it underwater and you wash it off. You don't like smear it with paper.
Yeah, so I love shitty water running down my leg.
No, right.
In general,
Hang
that
on,
you
what angle do you shit at?
Yeah, but look, water
That was the
runs.
next question.
Water.
Okay, do you? Okay, here's another question.
Yeah.
Do you wipe front to back or back to front?
That was the.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I go in and up.
Simple question. What? What do you mean by that?
So, as a female,
You go in and
I
up.
have to go
In where?
the taint. You just-
Why do you go in?
I go in and up.
So, two things with that. Number one, with my story I had earlier about Borneo, in the end I had to get a shiwi. Number two,
What's a shiwi?
It's how.
That sounds
So
like a species in Star Wars.
it's a fake penis that you use to weave with as a female for like festivals and things.
Ah. More you know.
Shiwi.
The more you know.
Number two, as a female, I can't really go back to front.
Oh yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, so I kind of have to do front to back, but yeah.
Okay.
Still trying to work it out.
Do you go from the front or do you go from the back? Like the reach?
No, I go from the front.
Yeah.
As in,
okay.
I go, as in, my reach goes from the back to the front and then right to the back.
No, I
From
disagree.
the back to the.
Why am I putting my hand
I'm
between
so
my fingers?
confused. Why does no one else go in and up?
I don't know what you mean by that.
This is where all the toilet paper goes. It goes up his arse.
I know you're shoving your snowball of a scrunched toilet paper 15 squares. Each time you're just like storing it up there. Like you're a squirrel and you're preparing for winter.
15 sheet tank is going in and up.
That is terrible. But no. I need a moment to like process.
Honestly.
15.
This is when we go to our sponsored ad break.
We're sponsored by what's your favourite toilet paper company?
Dulux. Wait, that's paint.
Durex.
Yeah,
I knew that Durex. I was like, no, that's condoms. My first thought was Durex, and I went Dulux. I'm thinking of Andrex.
Quickly, just before the toilet, for our sponsored break, do you know a chewing gum company has made a game?
No?
Extra Gum has made a game called Get Your Ding Back. I was sent it by one of my followers yesterday. It's the first game that I've ever heard of.
Wait, is it
by a chewing gum?
Is it about chewing gum?
No, it's about becoming a normal human again. And
hang on, what? What does that have to do with chewing gum?
I don't know.
They just made a game.
Yeah, about being human again and stop being a lockdown zombie.
Is it like an anti-lockdown thing?
No, it's about as you're coming out of lockdown, you're not going to be a normal human anymore because you've been locked in your house the last X amount of time. So here's a game that will help you be a social being again. Not be fucking weird. I was weird before, so I don't see the point really. But
hang on, no, don't try and change the subject again.
It's by a chewing gum company. Gum.
15 squares is a bit much. That's all I'm saying. Have you considered reducing?
Andrex. Thank you for sponsoring us for this episode of the PogSquad.
Still, have you ever had to buy toilet paper?
Yes, I have.
I was about to say, because you use so bloody much of it. If you didn't buy it, I'd be gobsmacked.
Yeah, do you use your own money for it?
I'm going to start using my money for it.
So yes, that's a no.
No, it'll cost me a lot.
Who has the koala? Which company?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Huggies.
No, that's a nappy brand.
You're talking about Trump toilet paper. Suvadir
toilet paper.
sin fronteras, fopulas
No, I think-
rolos, este si apoya a los migrantes.
Cashel.
Cashel.
Oh,
that's it.
Cashel, yeah. Not Lammy.
Any
As-
company that has like a cute animal on their packaging.
Scott
reason-
Maxi Roll.
As a retail worker, I better know my toilet paper brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you for
If
Cashel.
we're going to adverts, how about you go to my YouTube channel, Lavender WB, and subscribe so I've got more subscribers than Dill.
Yeah, do you want to leave a link in the
Okay,
Yeah,
see,
and
they
we
should.
don't allow Dills.
James, have you set up a YouTube yet?
I haven't set up YouTube yet, no.
Okay, guys, if you enjoyed this, don't forget, subscribe to me in the link below, Mr. Kowski. Subscribe to
Love.
Lavender WB
Thank you.
in the
That I
links
can
below.
get more.
Just
And if you really like
appreciate
this-
my presence, you know,
Yeah,
I'm here too.
He'll get something someday.
If you want to comment about how much you love James, that's all the appreciation that we need.
We'll delete any other comments.
And
It's
and
true.
also, don't forget, if you really like this, subscribe to this channel as well. Because we love you guys.
I
More.
don't.
More.
Thank you guys for listening. I know it's been hell,
Painful, yeah.
painful, and then in 2 years we'll release episode 3. So
Well, can we explain? Before we go, can we explain about our unheard episode 2?
No.
no,
Okay,
we don't.
alright.
that'll
Guys.
be- Okay.
Fair
Bye.
enough. Goodbye.